of doing the inspection and performing inspection in-house. Okay, so I'll take you quickly through the content of the presentation today. First, we will start a shell note introduction about digital transformation and how international consultancy firms have been defining it. Second, we'll be looking into external business environment and elements that really putting pressure on you as a company owner or a leader, and what makes you want to take this step. Okay, third, we'll be overviewing the enablers of this digital transformation. I mean, the tools and the technologies that are available nowadays in the market that might help you starting your digital transformation process. Fourth is since we are speaking about an inspection today, so my core business is an inspection. So how can what's going to be the benefit of doing digital transformation? What's going to add for me? Number six is the ingredients that I believe personally it's essential for the success of the digital transformation process. And number seven, the major pitfalls that probably might affect the success of this process. Okay. Okay, so we'll go to the definitions. So on this slide, we'll find lots and lots of definitions of digital transformation that international consultancy firm and institutions have been setting for the digital transformation and how they define it. If we just pick one or two of them, if we look at Deloitte has defined it as a technology to radically improve the performance in digitally transformed business, and digital technologies enabled improved processes, engage talent, and new business models. Okay, actually, this is quite when they speak about new business model, they're speaking here about deep digital transformation, which touch every single part of the organization, starting from the internal processes, customer experience or customer journey, and the behaviors and the corporate behavior and the talent management. So we're speaking actually not about this type of change where you come with a new whole business model. We're speaking about a bit shallower type of transformation. Okay, MIT has defined it as it's the ability of an organization and its leader and employees to adapt changes wrought by evolving digital technologies. So if we look into the next slide, we'll understand why that every definition of those has been speaking about technology, because the technology is one of the things that is available nowadays in the market that can help you to improve your processes, to take your company to the next step. So now we'll be looking into the external business environment, and how it affects the decision making. Do you see that the digital transformation is a survival kit, or it doesn't fit for you? Okay, so if we look into the technology that is available, So if we look into the technology that is available now on the market, it's getting to be more reasonable and more affordable than ever before. Those technologies can help actually internal processes to be more robust, help you to be more agile, help you in collaboration and interaction with external environment. The second force that is putting pressure on us is the competitors. The competitors are always putting pressure on our shoulders. they're getting to be more technology enabled, they're getting to be more agile, they're getting to be closer to the customers, and they're getting to be more cost effective as well. So the competitors, they're always putting pressure on us, and they're always trying to gain a competitive edge over our organization. Okay, so definitely this can be in terms of quality, in terms of cost effectiveness, in terms of client satisfaction, in terms of there's many ways that the competitor can get competitive edge over us using this transformation. Okay, the third is client. Client now is getting to be is always they're always looking for more for less. So so it's getting to be much harsher, getting to be much harder for us to be competitive. And also our clients are getting to be more informed, more knowledgeable. They have access not to just one supplier, they have access to plenty of suppliers, which makes the competition very hard. Okay, the fourth one is our suppliers, the guys sitting behind us in supply chain. Those guys also are putting pressure on us because their bargaining power is getting higher due to access to different clients, due to access to probably uniqueness of a service that they do provide. So those are the forces that might make us think, why do I need to go down that road? Okay, so the enablers that is currently available in the market. Here's a quick glance of some of the most. They're not every disruptive technology that's out there in the market, but it's just an overview of the most important ones that I think has affected this process. So here's a quick glance on some of the most disruptive technologies and I believe will be affecting the digital transformation process. Okay, the first one is big data that actually treats ways to analyze, systematically extract information and deal with data sets that's too big and too complex to be dealt with traditional processing methods. So this helps organizations actually to be more informed and get more accurate predictions on their business, whatever the type of business they do have. Okay, so the cloud computing is the second enabler out there in the market nowadays. It is actually the on-demand availability of computer system resources. So it helps organizations and startups to use computer resources without having to invest heavily upfront into building data centers, into buying expensive services, into hiring big IT teams. But mainly you pay for the service that you get and for the amount of time that you need. So it's a quite simple concept and helped lots of startups and new starters to grow and evolve. The Internet of Things is actually the interrelated computer. Excuse me, interrelated computing devices and mechanical and digital machines. Actually, this means that devices can start speaking to each other, which is whatever. If it's a sensor mounted on a pump, is it a load cell sticked on a structure? Is it a GPS on a mobile phone? So this is the Internet of Things. The mobile device, having the mobile device, every one of us is having probably his mobile device with him, and probably it is a smart one. So everyone is expecting that to get, if he's going to speak to his vendor, so he's expecting to use his mobile phone to get access to his vendor, starting from finding very simple contact information, down to accessing the client portal and see status of his orders, payments, projects, and so on. Okay, using the social media is getting to be very, very, very influential nowadays. Probably more than any other traditional targeting method or channel. Okay, so why we inspect things? This is the core of the business of everyone is around the table today. Is the inspection. So for any physical assets, whether it's a ship, whether it's a pipeline, whether it's a crane, whether it's a pressure vessel, it goes through this life cycle. It starts from being designed, then constructed, then operated, and then modified, and then decommissioned. Probably an inspection would fit in every single part of this inspection cycle, or sorry, the asset life cycle. So during the construction, we ensure that the asset has been designed, manufactured, and tested according to a specification. During operation, we do an inspection to be sure that the asset is safe and fit for purpose. During the modification, we do an inspection to be sure that the inspection has been done according to certain specifications as well, and so on. So me as a person whose core business is inspection, how the digital transformation might help me to make my world better. So the first thing is to have better governance. Better governance here means if the process is digitized, and let's say that technical governance and consistency in inspection and consistency in reporting, not just about that, digitizing the process of an inspection help you to build a robust governance and control on the activity, starting from selecting the right inspector, starting from getting the inspector with the right skill set, providing him with the appropriate written schemes of examination and inspection and testing plans and checklists, whatever you're going to call it, giving him the right acceptance criteria that he will be looking at and deciding whether he will accept the work or not. Consistency in planning as well. This is so important, so important part of the process. Can I just consistency in planning? So the consistency in planning, whether you're going to use risk-based inspection or risk-based planning or time-based or reliability-based methodology. So the consistency in what you're doing is very, very important. Okay. The second thing is having a better control and measuring and monitoring and visibility of the process. So by being able to see the workflow, and the approval cycles, you can understand which report is stacking with who, which report has been completed, which reports are pending, which inspections are pending, why they are pending. So having all those visibility, it makes you be able to take more informed decision. Sorry. The third point is about making your decision based on the information that you will be able to collect out of your digital system. So, like if we have a defect within one of the vendors, or the vendor has been manufacturing, let's say, a valve, and this valve is having a cracked body, and if we have a record of those valves have been manufactured there, then we can be able to make a better decision, rather than if we probably don't know, or we don't have track, or we don't have, or we spend probably days and weeks to try to sort out all those information. But if it's in digital format, it probably takes a matter of few minutes or probably few hours. Okay.
Engineer Ahmed,
So
sorry,
I'm afraid I'm running out of time, right?
yes, I'm sorry to interrupt. We just have around 3 more minutes to wrap up the presentation. So
okay, yeah. So I'll just try to jump over the coming slides. So actually, the keeping the record and disaster control. If you have a DCC and it went on fire, then you guess what's going to happen. So the digital journey itself, are you ready for it or not? There are few elements and ingredients for the success of this process. First one is that you need to be open and honest to yourself and understand what your strengths and weaknesses. Then the second thing, you need to define a vision and measurable operational targets to judge this process has succeeded or not. Let's jump to the next one, which is the having the leadership on board. This is very, very, very important. Having a clear strategy and probably realizing and knowing in the back of your mind that no model will be perfect from the beginning. Okay, there are some pitfalls if you go into this process that probably if you fall into one of them, this will not be a success. First one, if you don't have the guys at the top to buy in the process, okay. The second thing, if you don't have clear targets, if you don't have clear operational targets, so you can judge are you successful or not. If you don't have resources and a funding model that can help you, okay, and please don't judge the success of, especially in financial terms, of a digital transformation by just doing a little pilot project. Thank you very much. I really apologize. I ran out of time, and
no, it's totally fine.
Thank
you very much, Engineer Ahmed, for sharing those insights about digital transformation. Now I will start my own presentation. I will share my screen right now for everyone to see, and I will start right away. Okay. So hello again, everyone. So for those who just recently joined, I will give a quick introduction about myself again. My name is Ayman Abu Rgeila. I'm the founder and CEO of Bixel Inspection Management Software. So no wonder the world has changed. Welcome to the new norm. It won't be the same anymore. Everyone is rethinking their entire operational process and how it could have the same efficiency while working remotely and digitally. Technology and automation is now a core of our daily life and business routine. So tell me, how are you thinking your inspection process? Due to the impact of COVID-19, a massive lockdown led to business halt, new changes in the market for digital workspace to connect their entire organization. Employees are disconnected. It's harder now to physically communicate. That's why tools such as Zoom, Microsoft Teams is booming in the market these days. Lack of data access. Whoever was not counting on digital assets cannot access their own data in this tough time. That's why the need of cloud solution is increasing rapidly these days. Disconnected customer engagement. It's very hard right now to reach your clients. There must be other digital ways to reach them that has been created through this pandemic. Now employees and customers are all working remotely from home. Talking about testing, inspection, certification companies, I believe that this is the best time to go digital. And through the main pillars, which I believe that are most important for everyone to know. From cloud software automation, anything have become possible with cloud connectivity. Instant data sharing, report issuing, and automated certificates, allowing you to set up what is essential as a virtual office to give you the flexibility of connecting to your business anywhere, anytime. IoT sensors. Talking about IoT, providing a constant stream of data, smart sensors will play a huge role by embedding it into a product which will enable you for remote monitoring and inspection capabilities. It can be used by 24/7 for safety and security checks. As a result, there will be less need for on-site inspection and more need for data generation and analysis. Talking about data analysis and big data, as the quantity and types of data available for tested equipments will increase over time, which will need data management and analysis. Big data and analytics will allow TIC providers to offer new services, including predictive maintenance, database services in new areas. TIC companies will be able to provide advanced consulting services for their clients going forward. Mixed reality, augmented reality, and virtual reality. The use of VR and AR devices will help people in various activities in real time, will likely open up a significant opportunity in product testing. Huge segment in the market will be relying on this, will be using it for many purposes, including training purposes, simulation, equipments or activities in VR or AR experience. Blockchain will evolve, especially when it comes to certification and validation of those inspection certificates. Fake certificates are causing significant damage to the industry and the environment. Using blockchain technology with electronic certificates will make it impossible to fake. Now, as PCG report stated, digital technology will likely affect TIC industry by 45%. System certification applications will grow in the coming period from 40 to 60%. What this means, the winners of the past will not necessarily be the winners of the future. In other meaning, only companies make the effort right now to digitize strategically will be in the position to succeed against their competition. Talking about digital transformation journey, as simple as put, going from point A to point B through 5 simple steps, as Engineer Ahmed was saying. Define your vision and strategy, get leaders involved, focus on the culture and the mindset by changing the mindset of your employees in order to enforce this strategy, gather resources and the proper expertise to do so, and choosing the right technology. I think it's the best time to innovate, connect, simplify your business using Pixel. How Pixel can help companies in the inspection field? From cloud digital platform, one repository for all your equipment's assets, single automated platform for all your operation, end-to-end automation for your inspection process, approval workflow, digital signature. Workflow automation will help you speed up approval processes, increasing productivity and reduce operational costs. Team utilization and timesheet tracking allow you to gain better visibility, better control over your workflow and employees. Customer portal, which will allow a better collaboration between you and your clients and service providers. Now, talking about the benefits on internal and external environment, it's endless. Speaking about paperless environment, reducing a lot of paperwork going on between you and your clients, especially in the social distancing method. Team allocation, better team allocation and utilization, smarter decisions to be taken based on the analytics and the reports that coming out from the system, reporting as well, and better control and better governance, and of course speeding the process and avoiding duplicated tasks. Through 3 simple steps, yes, inspection company can create a job order and assign it to the proper team member who will receive a notification and carry out the inspection and generate a safety certificate with including the timesheet. So going through the process as an inspection company, you will simply create a job order, assign it to the proper team member depending on their availability, who will receive a notification, and then go to the client location, inspect the equipment and issue the certificate on site in case he wants to, even his timesheet, and take the live signature of the customer on the timesheet. With a simple click of a button, he can simply generate his safety certificate, which will automatically go to the client dashboard. And of course, it will also notify his team members, his supervisor, whoever he wants to notify, he will be able to do so. Our application has multiple roles, from inspector role, supervisor and coordinator role, account manager role, system admin role, and customer role. Pixel has many features from clear business workflow, team and time tracking, flexible certificate templates, live signature ability, and ERP integration ready. Now, talking about a quick case study about one of our biggest customers. He's based in Indonesia. He has been working with Pixel since 2 years right now. He has seen massive growth since 2 years. He increased his growth by 320% only in 2 years. He gets to save around $75,000 of his operational costs per year. And Pixel has become one of the core day-to-day operational activity. And of course, faster growth. We have been in the market since a while right now, and we have been serving major players in the region, and we are currently operating in 10 different countries. That's it for my presentation. Thank you for listening. It's I believe it's right now the best time for the Q&A. In case you have any questions, please feel free to ask, and we will be gladly answering them all, either live or on chat. Does anyone have any questions to us? Okay, let me. Okay, so I will start answering the questions. Okay, so one by one. We have a question that is saying that we are a construction company. We outsource certification, so the company uses its own template. Can they upload it in the system? We want to track all the equipment and certificates is certified. Hi, Carl. Allow me to answer your question. Yes, definitely. You can use our software to upload to track all your inspection due dates and your assets from one single portal. Our solution works both ways. So we have an inspection portal which allows your inspection company to use, or your service provider to use, and we have other portal for the clients which allows them to track the inspection and due dates of the certificates. Okay, I hope I answered your question. Okay, we have another question from Rawand. He's asking, can we upload our own report and certificates, as we have our own report templates, which varies based on the equipment that we inspect? Okay, let me answer your question for this. So basically, Rawand, we have a certificate builder, which is very dynamic, that is embedded to our application. So we can help you implement those certificate layouts as it is inside Pixel. And you can simply print out any kind of report in the format that you want to use. So just to answer your question, yes, it's possible. and it's not needed. It's not necessarily to upload the certificate itself, rather than just generating it from the database using the template that we will customize for you. And customization of the template itself, this is one of the powerful features that we have in Bixel, that it's very dynamic. We have a builders and we have a professional team that does so. So all you need to do is just share with us the certificate templates, and we'll be able to customize the layouts of the templates inside Bixel. So anyone does the inspection of this equipment, it will come up in your template. I hope I answered your question. Okay. Okay. We'll be getting this video link to view it again. Akbar Ali is asking, yes, definitely. This webinar is recorded, and we shall share it with all the audience once the webinar ends. So we'll be able, if you would like to review it again or share it with your colleagues, you are welcome to do so. So I answered that question. Okay. This is a general present. Intisar is saying, she has a question. This is a general presentation. Can you plan another meeting with us to give us our needs of inspection field? Use the Bixel and their feedback, please. Yes, definitely, Intisar. So basically, I'm going to share with everyone our contact details. We can definitely communicate with you and schedule like a live demo of the application, or listen to your exact needs in order to answer them properly. I shall share with everyone right now the email address, my email address, in case you want to shoot me an email. And this is my email address. I'm just going to type it as well in the answers for you. Okay. So yeah, so I guess I answered your question. We can actually, I think we have your email address and details due to the registration. So definitely I will let someone from our team to connect with you to schedule like a live demo and just discuss your inquiries in more details. Okay, Abd, can we get a live demo to check the system, or maybe a detailed documentation to understand the system well? Okay, I guess I answered your question. Just feel free to drop me an email at Muhammad, and I will definitely schedule another one-on-one meeting with our team with you. So I think I answered this question. Okay. Okay. Does anyone else has any questions to me or Engineer Ahmed about the presentation, about anything? Please feel free to ask. Just drop us a message under the Q&A, and I'll be happily answering it live. Okay. Okay, so I also want to talk about a couple of points which I believe are very important, such as the QR code, which is printed inside the certificate itself, which allow the verification of the certificate, just to make sure that the certificate that you have issued is genuine. So all you need to do is just scan the QR code of the certificate, and it will open up a public portal for anyone to validate the certificate, whether it's original or fake, the inspection due date, the certificate due date, and whether it's valid or invalid. So using this method, I believe we helped a lot of companies to verify and validate the certificates through the auditing process. Okay, we have a question. How long it will take to get the system live, and can photos of equipment can be uploaded? The workflow is customizable depending on the company need. Can we have a checkpoint and upper level approval requests before getting final approval? Yeah, great. Very good question, Richie. I think we have two questions, Richie, I'm sorry, and Ruand. So I will answer one by one, and Intisar as well. So I will start with the Ruand. So you said, can we upload photos on equipment of the equipments in the application, and the workflow is customized depending on the company need? Can we have a quick checkpoint and upper level approval requests before getting the final approval certificates? Definitely you can. We have the option to customize all the fields of the inspection results. So this is totally dynamic. We can build it as you want. And also you have the option to upload images of the equipment. You have the option to customize on the workflow. Also, we have an approval cycle. So anyone issue a certificate from the system goes to his supervisor for review and approval first before releasing that certificate to the clients. So we do have this covered inside Bixel. I hope I answered your question, Ruand. Okay, we also have Richie. You will witness us for the plant of this software, how long it will take to go the system live. Okay, so Richie is saying how long it will take to get the system live. So basically the customization that it takes a bit of time in order to implement the certificate, talking about 5 to 10 days maximum, depending on how many certificate layouts and templates that you have. So yes, we are talking about if you don't have a lot of certificate formats and a lot of requirements to be implemented inside Bixel, we are talking about 5 days maximum. If you have a lot of requirements, it would take maximum around 15 days, for example, to go live. So I hope I answered your question, Richie. Okay, there is another question from Richie. Is the software registered in UAE and known into EAC in Dubai? Definitely, very good question, Richie. So we have customers in UAE that are using our software, and they got audited by EAC a couple of times, and it's working like a charm. So they have no complaints. They passed the audit using our software, and EAC knows about our software, and they did inspect it before. So I hope I answered your question. So just to continue about this question, to continue the answer. So any accreditation body, we ensure that our system complies with their requirements. So this did not come from day one, but we had to go back and forth with EAC themselves and their requirements in order to meet the exact requirement in UAE. So I hope I answered that question. Okay, so Intisar, you will witness us for the plans for this software and the number of users, inspectors, clients. We have about 40 templates minimum. So it's totally fine, Intisar. We have a lot of customers that has, like the biggest customer that we had implemented templates for, they had around 95 templates, different totally templates. So it's okay. It doesn't matter how many templates you have. So depending on the templates and depending on your needs and whether if you would like to migrate from an older legacy system, we help you do so. And we have key customers in the region as well. If you heard about TUV Rilland, we also have Setcore, we also have El Mansouri. They are based in UAE, Saudi, even Kuwait. so yeah, I guess just to answer your question, so I guess I answered your question, Intisar. Okay. Does anyone else have any questions? Oh yes, I received a question from Carl. Reminder of expire date pop up by email. Yes, Carl. I'm sorry I did not see your question because it was posted on the chat. So definitely, we have the option. We have a notification module inside Bixel itself. It allows you to get notified depending on your need, and you can get to customize it as well. So you have the option to set up your own notification rules to receive notification on due date inspection or when a certificate gets expired and so on. So this can be customized and it's part of our software, definitely. You're welcome, Carl. Okay. Okay, we have another question from Rwand. How long did it take to implement the 95 plus templates? And if we get the software, how many clients inspectors can access, or is the license per person per client? Okay, very good question, Rwand. So basically, from my understanding, if I remember correctly, for that implementation, it took us around 3 weeks to implement. Because when it comes to implementation of the templates, there is a lot of communication between us and our clients, so it took quite some time to implement. And to answer your second question, how many users can access the software? It's unlimited. You get to access the application like depending on the number of users. So the way we sell it per license. Depending on the number of users and depending who will actually use the system in terms of role. So yeah, in terms of the limitations, there's no limit. We have customers that has around 2 inspectors or like has 2 or 3 licenses, and we have up to 100 licenses. So it's all depending on your need. This is how it's very flexible. So you only pay as you go model. You only pay for the usage that you need. So I hope I answered your question, Rwand. You're welcome. So Intisar has another question. We can include all types of reports, certificates, same table, Excel, some. Yes, definitely, Intisar. You can include the same formats of your report. You don't need to change anything internally. Only the thing that you will need to change is the mindset of the employees of using the software. So basically, you need to educate them. We help you on training as well. So we train you and your team on how to use it depending on the role. So basically, you will ditch all the Excel certificates, because everything coming out from the system as an e-certificate, electronic certificate with electronic stamp and electronic signature. So there will be no need to print out the report unless it's necessary. I hope I answered your question. Okay, great. Okay, does anyone have any other question? We have 5 more minutes to wrap up the meeting, the webinar, I mean. Okay. Okay, we have another question, Intisar. But according to the Tunisian regulation, we need a lot of hard copy for the client to submit it to the ministry. Definitely, I totally understand, Intisar. It's all about the regulations and each company and how they handle it. If you have to print the report, then it's fine. You can print it from the system. but I'm saying it's better not to, in order to reduce a lot of the paperwork. And if you have to print it, once you issue a certificate from the system, it automatically goes to the client portal. So the client himself will be able to print it. So you will reduce the printing effort from your side. But if you have to do it, then you have to do it. And I hope over the time and sequence, under circumstances that we are running to, this will change. I hope so. So I hope I answered your question. Yes, and with signature and stamp of the company. Everything comes out from the system, including e-signature, e-stamp, QR code, and the signature of the inspector and the approval as well. So we have another question. You're welcome, Intisar. How different is your software from WorkflowGen? Does it have the same feature? Okay, so Rwanda, I'm sorry, I don't know about WorkflowGen. I never heard about it, but maybe I will check it out. So I'm not sure if I can answer your question, but I believe maybe we have a lot of competitors that doing the same thing, but we have a solution that is proven, and we have evidence from our clients that has been working with us since 5 years right now, using our software, and it became part of their day-to-day operation. So we have a lot of success stories, and we have a very high retention rate. We have customers that has been working with us since 5 years right now, and they are very satisfied from our service and our support and the solution itself. So I hope I answered your question, but I took a note from the name. I will check it out later. Thank you. You're welcome. Okay. So just to, yeah, sure, Intisar, no problem. I will make sure to connect with you very soon, inshallah. Okay. So we don't have any other question. So thank you everyone for attending. It was our pleasure meeting everyone. Let me unmute Engineer Ahmed. I'm sorry, I thought you are in... Okay, so now you are. Thank you very much, everyone, for attending and giving us the time to listen to our both presentation. I hope it was fruitful. And just to recap quickly, anyone who would be interested on having a one-on-one meeting or an online demo of our application, we will stay in touch with every one of you. We will also, this session will be recorded. So for anyone who attended or who did register and did not make it to the webinar, he will be able to review the recording of the session. So thank you for having the time to attend, and I hope you guys can join later on the next webinars going forward, inshallah. Thank you very much for your time. Engineer Ahmed, you have the mic if you want to say something.
No, I just would like to thank everyone for joining us today. It was wonderful.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Stay safe, healthy, and stay home. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Yes, bye.